Hey y'all, it's Alice at It's a Cake Bakery, and today we're making a bluey cake. Yes, a bluey cake. Come on, let's get started. Right here, I'm adding simple syrup on each layer. These are 8-inch layers, and I have them double layered because I want my cake tall. Now you can go in and divide them into actually 8 layers, but this particular customer wanted her layers pretty thick. Here I'm adding frosting to my cake board to hold my cakes, and then I'll start my frosting process. Now guys, I love adding a ring of frosting around each layer and then filling it in because it makes each layer have the same amount of frosting, and when you cut that cake, it's nothing better than a beautiful slice of cake with even frosting. Alright guys, right here I'm just adding in some cake straws to go ahead and support the next 2 layers due to the cake is a heavy cake, and then I add a board on top as well as frosting to hold the top layers. Right here, I'm just checking the cake to make sure it's level. Bingo! Right here, I'm just trimming off a small amount of edges to make the cake round at the top. Bluey! Alright guys, because the cake is so tall, I decided to put my crumb coat on going up the cake instead of around the cake. This was the easiest way to get this crumb coat on the cake. No, Bluey, you cannot have any frosting yet. The cake is almost ready. Right here, I'm putting a second coat of frosting on the cake. Again, I'm going around the cake at this point, and then I'll go ahead and add my second coat. I'm starting off here with my lighter colored blue for our bluey character, and once I get that on, then I'll go ahead and add the darker color for our bluey cake.
Let's go!
Okay, Bluey, I'm moving as fast as I can. Next, I prepared the navy blue fondant for the top of his head. Okay, Bluey friends, right here I'm using acetate just as a guide to add my blue fondant. Once I added my blue fondant, now I'm going to go ahead and use my fondant smoother so that I can find the top of the acetate to cut it as even as possible. Okay, everybody, I've made some templates so I can cut out the blue that's going down his face as well as his eyes, nose, and ears. I'm using Rice Krispie treats for his snout. Bluey, why are you laughing? It is called a snout. Now that I've covered his snout with the tan mottling chocolate, now I'm completing the top of his nose. Is that better? Do you prefer that I call it nose Bluey? Here I'm cutting out his ears and I'll be adding toothpicks. We're almost there, guys. Adding Bluey's feet. Here I'm adding Bluey's tail.
Sort of thing. And sometimes this. Yep, that's it. And I sort of just talk all the time. It doesn't even need to make sense. Just noises are fine. Bork, 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 bork.
This is such a fun cake to make, guys. I'm telling you, I love the Bluey character. This was one of my most admired cakes to make.